is going on, everybody? Thank you for being here and joining us. Unfortunately, I don't mean to disappoint everybody. There will be no sleep time with Tanner tonight.
Oh, see?
So we're going to have to get our next sleeping tips next week. But
you know who I'm not getting sleeping tips from, Steve?
You don't want sleeping tips from me because I really don't sleep.
Well, I was going to say Chris Patel, but either way.
Either way. So,
definitely not me either. I'm bad at it.
Yeah, I'm the worst. So Maddie is here, and he may have just caught me listening to some old school 90s rap music that is just straight fire. Straight fire.
You're a good man.
You're a better one.
Some say the best, Steve. Some say you are the best.
Well, we got a lot to go over.
Do we?
Especially the futures are getting rocked right now. Rocked.
The so I saw Trump went live. I don't know what exactly did he say?
Well, we struck Iran again.
Boots on the ground.
They're now saying that they are potentially going to use drones on California. Who knows? It's getting lit. Oil surging. We're at 92.58 right now. WTI.
Well,
yeah, it's getting interesting to say the least in a bad way, not a good way.
How about first and foremost, we do the disclosure, but then I also want you to check out the thumbnail, Steve.
Yep. So let's get to it. Please keep in mind, everything Matt and I say are our own opinions. We have no idea what your situation is. We are not financial advisors. Take everything we say with a grain of salt. Do your own due diligence, please. Thank you. And Matt, we need to check out your thumbnail. I'm a little shook.
You're always shook, Steve.
Matt Money. It just went to Matt Serra. Hold on. So I was watching some old school fights. Oh my God. Is that why you were singing that before? Dude, you are ridiculous.
I mean,
listen, I should not be anybody's hero. All right?
You're my hero, man.
For those of you who have not seen Matt's wonderful thumbnail, the market voice, overwhelmed investor. I guess I'm the overwhelmed investor, Matt.
I don't know. It gave you that name. I didn't choose it, but I just thought it was so well done that I just needed to keep it going.
We got a lot of regulars here. Chels, what's going on? Lena, what's going on? PB, what's going on? I swear to God, I tried being first. I couldn't even be first. Raven's here. And there's a lot of people here. Thank you very much for supporting us. So I'm on Reuters right now. Iran is telling the world to get ready for oil at $200 a barrel as it fires on merchant ships. FBI bulletins warned of possible Iran retaliation on California targets. Iran-linked hackers claim responsibility for attack on U.S. medical device maker Stryker. And the U.S. may have struck an unfortunate target after using outdated data. I'm not sure if this is actually true or not, but it is on the homepage. Oil settled up nearly 5% of supply fears mount, despite record stock release plan. I mean, like I said, this needs to be solved sooner than later. Here, I'm going to bring this chart up, just make it a little bigger. This is not mine. This is from Reuters. We're going to get Matt's opinion on this. Sure, Matt was talking to some people today. When you see this chart, Matt, what are you thinking? Energy prices whipsaw after Iran attack.
I don't know. I'm not 100% certain as of yet. How to digest it, Steve? I mean, I didn't think we would get here. I thought that things would have. I'm not 100%. It really just depends on if things continue to escalate or if they settle down. To which it seemed like the other day things might have been on the second half of this, but now it seems like it may just be beginning. I don't know. I'm no geopolitical expert.
Yeah, I mean, there's a big geopolitical risk premium right now from the Iran conflict. Obviously, it's elevating oil prices, and this is bad. Okay, I personally did not think it was going to go this far. Obviously, I was incorrect. Never proclaimed to be a geopolitical expert. Just tried to use common sense. So when I'm aggregating the data, the IEA, which is the International Energy Agency, they made an announcement of a 400 million barrel reserve release, which put a temporary cap on the rally in oil. But there's a lot of fundamental risk. Kuwait announced precautionary cuts to oil production and refinery output due to Iranian threats against safe passage of ships through the strait. Output in Iraq, which is the second biggest OPEC producer, has effectively collapsed. And back about a week and a half ago, on March 1st, OPEC Plus agreed to begin increasing production in April by 206,000 barrels per day in response to low oil inventories. Now, if they made that decision before all this started because of low oil inventories, that could send oil ripping much higher if ships are not going through the strait. I don't know.
I don't know. The world still has a plenty of oil in terms of stockpiles and what is it? I mean, you think about it. I mean, I'm not saying that $400 million barrels is not a lot, but comparison to, I think, the total amount of reserves worldwide that people are stockpiling, China being one of them that has probably, I think, over 1 billion barrels of stockpiled reserves. I mean, I guess it really is dependent upon the country. I think it's going to be more of a trading thing and a supply chain issue than in reality the world, say, shutting down, if that makes sense. I think from a US perspective, the only reason why WTI would increase substantially is because we have better quality crude than I'd say a lot of the world. And we export a decent amount of it. We actually import crappier crude from Canada. And I wouldn't say crappier, but it's definitely less useful for, say, gasoline products and things that most people use it for. And we export our higher quality or easier to refine oils because of that. So I don't know. It's interesting. I'm not 100% certain how this is going to go, but I think in reality, the thing that's more scary isn't necessarily oil, but it's liquefied natural gas coming out of Qatar and the impact that will have on Southeast Asian countries. And you've seen the Dutch gas price come back a little bit comparatively to where it was just 2 days ago. But I anticipate that if Qatar continues to remain shut in and the Strait of Hormuz really continues to be impacted, then just like we were talking about 2 weeks ago, I mean, a large percentage of the imported gas from the Southeast Asian countries comes from the Middle East and Australia as well. But, you don't just turn up the gas. I think a lot of the projects are at capacity for Australia. So with the export in Qatar being shut down, you're shutting down about 20% of the world's gas exports. It's a pretty substantial deal.
Yeah, I mean, this has tremendous implications. At least we got some good news in the morning. So February CPI came in at 2.4% year over year and 0.3% month over month increase, matching expectations. Core CPI rose 0.2% month over month and 2.5% year over year. The inflation data shows continued moderation, but remains above the Fed's 2% target. PCE inflation is running around 3%. So the key question is whether the oil spike from the Iran conflict will reverse the disinflation progress. So the consensus numbers have not really changed that much, which is very good. I was expecting the consensus numbers for March to be higher than they are. Didn't look like they were. Labor market continues to remain resilient. January payrolls beat expectations, 130,000, and unemployment fell to 4.3%, signaling continued labor market strength. So we'll see. The big problem right now is if oil's price continues to climb, it messes with the consensus estimates. It's not so much about March, but if this bleeds in, you could see the consensus estimate for April go significantly higher, and you could see CPI actual data for March exceed where the consensus estimates are. And that would put the Feds back against the wall and significantly reduce rate cuts. There are many moving pieces right now, and a lot of this is contingent on the oil price, unfortunately. And that's why we have to talk about oil. I mean, I know that I'm at least trying not to be political. I don't like talking about this stuff because, look, politics is polarizing. The reality is when you are investing in the capital markets, you have to look at economic factors. And right now, oil is the most important economic factor right now because it could severely trigger several things that compress margins. And if that occurs, we could see earnings compress and potentially Q1 earnings come in lower than forecasted. Because keep in mind, all these companies reported when none of this was happening. That's what worries me. My worry is that Q1 earnings come in lower than expected.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you'll have an entire month's potentially of higher prices going into this and short-term supply chain constraints as well, which could lead to extra costs. So yeah, it's something to potentially consider. And I think we talked about this on stream the other night. It's not that a large percentage of, let's say, CPI is associated with direct correlation to oil and gas. I think it's like less than 6% or 7%. But the feed costs of everything else in the supply chain, right? I think Steve just alluded to that, is also impacted by it. So I don't know. Is the other things in the world potentially could be impacted by that? I think you've seen most grocery items come down in value, but now if you have supply chain issues and the cost of gasoline going up, will that then start to turn the other way? So it could have a double effect. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, the big thing that people aren't thinking about, my opinion, if oil stays higher for longer and it looks like input costs are going up, transportation costs are going up, and earnings come under pressure, how much do you want to bet companies expedite their what do you got there, man? Is that a little Chick-fil-A? Where'd you go?
Yeah, I got some grilled nuggets.
You know what? I'm a fan of the Chick-fil-A.
You probably get the breaded stuff.
I'm a fan of the Chick-fil-A. Let's just say that. Anyway, where I was going with this is I would not be surprised if it looks like earnings come under weakness. companies expedite their transition to AI and look to create efficiencies through AI to offset any additional costs, and that could severely impact the labor market. I mean, there are so many different things that can happen that it's very hard to handicap for. So this market scares me a little bit. Not going to lie, scares me a little bit.
Now, what scares you? The uncertainty on what exactly is going to transcend with oil going forward, or transpire with oil going forward, or
Well,
and the implications of that on CPI, and then rates kind of being held where they're at, or what?
you, it's more, we can deal with higher oil for a little bit. Okay. The problem is we've never been in a situation where you've been able to automate your most repeatable processes this clean and efficiently. So if companies end up really turning to AI to offset costs, it could expedite the loss of jobs in the labor market. And that's something I've been scared about over the next 5 to 10 years. I think that that may come to fruition significantly quicker now.
Mm.
So
Uh, I'm not 100% certain. What I can say is, though, is I would not be surprised, and I think I said this the other night. So, apologies. This is um a broken record, but if oil prices persist and natural gas prices persist where they're at, I wouldn't be surprised if you see a reignition of folks wanting to talk about solar and wind again. Just because things continue to get cheaper in that space. Um, and I feel like a lot of that talk has been kind of pushed because oil has been so cheap. Um, so I don't know. And the problem that I have with it, though, is it has to be commercial solar. I just don't think that residential solar hits like everyone thinks, unless you're working off grid, right? I just don't think that it hits. But I don't know. I just hope that the war does not continue to spiral in the negative direction, but it doesn't look promising.
and I do want to clear something up. I still don't care. I am talking about for the short term. This can really rock the markets. Am I still a buyer of the S&P? Absolutely. Am I exiting positions? No. Like, I'm not getting stopped out of positions and I'm not panic selling. I am merely saying that we're setting up for what could be a significant downturn. That's what I'm saying in the short term.
Shadow government is out of control.
I saw my phone light up. I'm a little worried to read it. Pretty sure I know what it says, considering I said Chick-fil-A.
Oh, there it is.
Is that what was said?
There's been some mention of the CFA.
Yeah.
We're not talking about financial accountants
All right.
or chartered accountants. So I haven't talked to you since the Oracle news came out. You obviously weren't able to buy.
Mm-hmm.
How does it make you feel? You were very ramped up to buy.
Well,
Do you think that this is the turning point for SaaS? Do you think that it's going to persist going, or do you think because what's going on short term, it might still present some opportunities for names to continue to drop?
I think Oracle put a bottom in the SaaS narrative. I don't know that Oracle is going to hold the 9% jump it saw today, but I do think it put a floor in. The quarter was phenomenal. Problem is liquidity. But this is a situation where they are in a position, their cash from operations and their EBITDA is likely to scale quite a bit over the next 2 to 3 years. So, from an earnings perspective, they look very undervalued. They have a huge book, about 553 billion in RPO. They have really strong growth across Oracle Cloud Infrastructure and their ERP systems. I happen to think Oracle is in a good position going forward. I thought it would sell off. It didn't. The market wasn't nearly as scared as I thought it would be of their large debt pile. They went to about 124 billion in long-term debt. I think that if Oracle's earnings report wasn't nearly as good as it was, you would have seen a huge SaaS sell-off. So I'm happy that it came out the way it did. I'm still paying attention to it. If it falls, I'm interested. If it doesn't, I'm not interested because I have too much exposure to tech already. What I thought was more interesting was Salesforce is now saying they want to borrow $25 billion to buy back shares.
Well, they're not using it for video clarity, because did you see that Benioff tweet, Steve?
No. What did he say?
I gotta pull it up, Steve.
What did Benioff say?
I gotta say,
My
like,
guy.
he doesn't do himself any favors. Like,
What
I
did
don't
my guy
want
say
to,
to bury himself?
like, I hope he deleted it. Nope, he didn't. And there it is. Let me zoom in and share. I'm not going to share the audio just because, you know, I don't know what they license,
Yeah,
what we do, but look, Steve, I mean, let me blow this up so people think that I'm not making this up.
I can't
This
read
is the video. Exactly. That's the point. He shared this video. This is not my computer freaking out. This is a direct CEO post.
What the fuck's the point of this?
This is what I'm talking about, Steve.
Benioff, do better. Like, come on.
Like, this is what I'm talking. Like, I'm not making this up. You can see everything else beautiful. You know, the normal.
Welcome to Agentforce CCAAS, CRM voice, ISTM field service for unified success. Yet it looks like shit. Okay.
Like, I thought I had 60/20 vision. Like, I don't know what was going on, and immediately you get the Palantirians showing up, right?
Of course.
Is this intentionally pixelated? I think Eliano had something in here somewhere. So, like, I mean, I don't like to, like, pile on to, like, I get it. Like, there's obviously the AI race and everything like that, and being able to pile on to Benioff, but, like, sometimes the villain, like, making him a villain is just it makes it too easy.
Can we stop for a moment and show this picture of
My thumbnail.
Amit, who looks like he got another haircut?
Oh.
And Sham toasting Celsiuses.
How hysterical is that?
I've never had a Celsius in my life.
And you're about to go get one?
I mean, I'm a little shocked they're toasting Celsius.
If you are to do it, Steve, do you have a pen and paper ready?
Do I have a pen and paper? I have a pen and paper.
Okay. See, you obviously near a bodega or something that would potentially sell.
Not would. If I wanted one, I could go downstairs in a minute and have one. Yes.
Yes. So, if you were, does the shadow government drink them?
No.
Yeah, you guys are too good. But imagine if you did need a little pick me up, Steve. Hear me out.
It's called coffee.
Oh, is that milk or is that coffee?
No, it's, you know.
That looks like milk to me, Steve.
Listen, I didn't want full-blown black, so I cut it with some half and half, you know?
I like my coffee like I like my women, Steve. Strong. You're diluting the message there with all that milk. I'm not. Yeah, it looks like a white Russian. Exactly. I don't know who are you? The dude from the Big Lebowski? What is that?
It's not a white Russian from the Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
I'm not the dude.
I don't know. Yeah, people are saying it's straight Bailey's. I mean, I might have to agree with them, Steve.
I mean, I'd probably be talking differently,
So,
but what?
all right, let me get after it so we can get back to the
Anyway,
stock talk. Celsius, one, sponsor your boys. Two, not me, meaning Amit, like sponsor that was hysterical. Two, there's a peach green tea, I think, or it's mango green tea. It's not carbonated. If by happenstance you come across the mango green tea, Steve,
okay.
and you just so happen to have a glass where you can put some crushed ice in
Mm-hmm.
and pour that fizz-free mango green tea Celsius over top and just have a little sippy sip.
A little sippy sip.
You don't have to drink the whole thing, but at least a
Okay.
little sippy sip.
All right.
You might start to like a good old Celsius above a White Russian or whatever you're drinking over there.
Okay.
I mean, Mr. Patel actually turned me onto that. I was like, "Oh, dude, I love the green tea, whatever one it was." And he was like, "Put it over some ice."
Okay. A
And I
little
was like,
sippy.
"I don't know." And it was like, is it going to translate? I don't know. And it translated, Steve. It hit.
All right. I could be talked into it, I guess. I could be
Fuji
talked
apple pear.
into it. Did you see Perplexity today?
I did see that. RIP probably.ai.
Pretty crazy. Perplexity Computer now supports Plaid powered portfolio integration so you can build a completely custom dashboard for your own investment portfolio. Pretty
It was
wild.
pretty wild. I liked it. They did a good job.
Pretty wild.
I'm curious though. Thank you, Chels. Probably.ai is shook. We're probably going to zero. Although, Steve, I have to say, I made it to the next leg of potentially getting monetized. So on probably.ai. So we're getting closer.
Hmm. Interesting.
But I did see that. It was awesome. It looks cool.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
We'll see if people build on it. It'll be interesting to see what comes out of it. Anything that can help the people, man. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what's most important.
Yeah, very interesting. I'm not going to use it, but it's very interesting. Oh, Michelle is here. And Dookie's looking for a trade.
What is she looking for?
A trade.
LEU. There you go. I don't know, Steve. So you buy more Zeta or what? Where's that at?
I'm on X. I'm looking at a chart of Zeta. I am interested in buying more Zeta. If it falls under 18, I'll probably buy some more.
Lucky for you, Steve.
What?
Lucky for you, it's $17.95.
Oh, looks like I may have to buy some tomorrow now.
Steve, can I ask you a serious question?
Sure.
In the shadow government, I'm curious if she could text me, give me her opinion as well. I'm thinking about restarting the Sopranos again. And I'm curious if the 8th or 9th time through, I don't know, I've lost track. Is there something wrong with me, Steve? Or is this just like a natural, it's been a couple of years, you need to rewatch it?
The only way that you can watch The Sopranos again is if you fast forward through all the Dr. Melfi scenes and all the scenes with the kids. Yeah, you can't watch it straight through. It's just not worth it.
So you've never watched it with the therapy scenes?
No, obviously I have, but after watching it several times through, I can no longer watch those scenes.
I just think they add such a different. Anyway, Can I also say this is actually hysterical? Like, why does Amit continue to do this to himself? I love the guy, but his rapid fire questions, he always asks what their favorite movie is, and knowing damn well he's never seen any of these movies.
Look, I was a little shocked that Vlad said some black and white movie from like the 40s. So that threw me off. I've never seen that. But yes, I'm a little shocked. And I can't wait for Ives to come back so I can tell him that Amit still hasn't watched any of these movies we talked about. So, how do we feel about this? Howard Schultz, former CEO of Starbucks, becomes the latest executive to relocate to Miami. How do we feel about this? Did you see this?
I didn't, but that's pretty surprising.
So, Washington State, he's been there for God knows how long, decades and decades,
Yeah.
instituted, I believe, a wealth tax. I may be mistaken.
Did they? I didn't see that.
Be misspoken. It may be an income tax. Not sure exactly what it was. I didn't really look into it too much, but he issued a letter the other night or last night, I guess. He is now moving, and the rumor is Starbucks headquarters is moving to.
I mean, when are these guys going to get the picture?
You know, you may not want to. Okay, yes, it's a tax on people that earn over $1 million, 9%.
A wealth tax or just a annual salary tax?
No, it's an income tax on people who make over 1 mil. I mean, you're pushing everybody to leave. And if the headquarters of Starbucks moves from Washington, how many other companies are in Washington besides Microsoft? It's freaking Washington.
They also have a 10% capital gains tax statewide. It's 7%. So 7% tax long-term capital gains when profits exceed 250,000. And then if it's $1 million, it brings it to 10%. So not only do you have to pay the federal long-term capital gains tax, but you have to pay another 10%.
Yeah, I think that this is look, my own personal opinion on this. We're seeing what happens. It's not good for the local economies that are left behind. And I don't understand why they're doing this. It does not make any sense. We've seen it time and time again. Tesla, Hewlett Packard, Oracle, Palantir, they've all left California. Now you may have Starbucks leaving Washington. It's just
there was another one that just left.
There is another one.
It was a Japanese company.
Fujitsu.
It might be. I don't remember. I don't.
And is it Meta potentially leaving too?
I heard rumors of that.
So I don't know. I don't know.
Yamaha. Thank you. It was Yamaha. Yeah.
What they're thinking, but this is not good for the local economies that are left behind. It's not good for jobs. I mean, if DeSantis pulls this off with abolishing property taxes, can you imagine no state income tax and no property tax?
You got so many corporations. I mean, honestly, you're talking about a couple $1,000s per person. I mean, if you have that much business going through. That's why we don't have state income tax here in Texas, but we definitely still have property tax. So I don't know.
Crazy.
I don't know, Steve. I mean, and apparently as well, I'm just looking it up. I'm not trying to spread FUD or anything. So Washington has not implemented a wealth tax, like you stated, but there's multiple bills that have been introduced that would impose an annual tax. So some of them are 0.5% or 1% annual on just the mere ownership of assets.
I mean, that's crazy.
Residents exceeding, it's not even a billionaire tax, Steve.
It's a millionaire
50,
tax.
50 million to 100 million.
That's crazy.
See, like, the thing is, Steve, maybe I could get behind it. I'm not going to say it's political. It's too political. It's too political. I'm not going to say.
Look, you
Sorry.
don't want to stifle entrepreneurship.
Well, yes. I mean, I would be okay. What I will basically say is, if the money was handled better, and this is not a left problem or a right problem. This is just a general problem with taxes in the United States. If the system were better and there was a lot more efficiency being used and making sure things get done and prospering the nation, I'd be much more willing to pay higher taxes. But it's the fact that I know that the tax dollars in which I already pay are being squandered and given away to other people that are undeserving of it and are more of a drag on society than a and I'm not saying that taxes are wholly going to these things, but I know that a large percentage, probably, I don't want to say a third, but I'm going to say probably a third of the taxes that I pay are going to things like this that are likely due to lack of efficiency or corruption or just knowingly going to the wrong places. I don't know.
All right, so this is breaking news. So I don't even want to read this, but I have to because it's going to impact oil. Operation Epic Fury is unleashing strike waves every hour into Iran. God. So they're currently responding with attacks on cargo ships in the Strait. U.S. Central Command is warning Iranian citizens to leave all ports. Bombs could start dropping. The U.S. cannot let Iran control the Strait and take the energy market hostage. This is breaking 11 minutes ago. This is not good. Where's oil at right now, Matt? Do we know? Let's see.
93.
Yeah, it's up. It's up. Brent's about to hit 100. All right. Get ready for the markets to be red tomorrow. It looks like the futures are, I guess they're not down as much as they were, but the Nasdaq's down 181, the Dow's down 432. So in a situation like this, I'm just happy I'm still buying the S&P at this point.
Why is that? Because you're getting it at a slight discount, or?
Yeah, getting it at a slight discount. Eventually it'll turn around. And look, I like the way I'm positioned, but buying the S&P allows me to sleep well at night.
I don't know. Do you think that even still with what's going on, it could potentially sell off more? And but you don't care because if it does, then you're buying it anyway. So
Yeah, do I think it can sell off more? Yes. Do I think it will? I have no clue at this point. But every 2 weeks I'm a buyer.
yeah, we're same there. I don't know. I mean, I always hate to say it because I know some people get very frustrated with me. At least the chat always says that they do. Whether or not some people are starting to get conditioned themselves, but every time the market goes down, I get excited because I'm buying more at a cheaper price. Like I bought more Symbiotic. Was it yesterday? Today? I don't know. I get these checks right from things that I've done, and it's like $100 a year too. You know what I mean? Like some small checks here and there, and I always will just put that back into the market because it's like every time I get paid, I just normally use my base salary for normal day to day, and then anything above that I've always just reinvested. And so I don't know. I bought more Symbiotic.
More symbiotic.
Where is Hot Tanner, by the way? Because Hot Tanner is the one that you're always doing Wednesdays with.
Yeah, I don't know. He texted me at 3 or 3:30. He's like, I can't go do it tonight. I didn't ask any questions.
Okay.
So I want to play something. Give me one sec. Where is it?
Maybe got locked in the sauna.
No, that would not be good. He'll run out of ice for his boys. This is actually a little long. I'm not going to play it, but Andrew Yang was on CNBC today. Did you see this, Matt?
No.
Discussing AI's impact on jobs. He made some pretty. He does. You know what? He does. He thinks he's better than us. 100%.
He always did, Steve.
He always did. He always did.
Not as much as you think that you're better than me.
Only on days that end in Y. Dookie, Chevron was the play when I wrote the article. It's not the play today. It was the play 2 months ago.
What do you mean, Steve? Just because you wrote it 2 months ago and the market's done what it's done?
Chevron's
I mean,
over 180 today.
Where's Exxon? Is it at 150?
Where is Exxon? Exxon's at 150, 158. I just don't know that the super majors are going to break out more than they already have. I think there's still value plays. I just don't know if they're going to break out. You need oil to be elevated for like 3 months.
I need you to be, I don't know what I'm trying to say, Steve. Don't listen to me.
So, all right, I did not hear this. I want to listen to this. Hold on, Matt. Let's share this.
He's downgrading Salesforce as the company reportedly plans to sell up to $25 billion to fund stock buybacks. Deirdre Bosa has more in today's Tech Check. This is the theme. WAFED's doing it. Salesforce is doing it. People who think their stock is undervalued, Deirdre.
Yes, but what they're doing and how they're doing it is a little, I mean, it varies, but basically levering up, taking on debt to buy back stock. That is the playbook specifically of IBM and old Oracle, not a company exactly that's pioneering a new AI software age. Now, on paper, you can see the logic. They just beat earnings, revenue north of $40 billion, free cash flow nearly $15 billion. Investors spent years telling Benioff to stop acquiring, start returning capital, so he is. But here's what also stands out. Agentforce, their AI play, it's growing at 170% year over year, but it is still less than 2% of revenue. The stock is flat this month, while ServiceNow, Datadog, Shopify, they've all bounced back from this sort of severe software sell-off. So the market is picking winners in that sell-off, and CRM just isn't one of them yet. Now, there's another detail here, Kelly, that doesn't get enough attention. Salesforce pays about $3.5 billion a year in stock comp. So a big piece of any buyback isn't returning capital, it's just covering dilution. The bet here is that AI disruption fears they're overblown. And if Mark Benioff is right, that looks smart. This all looks smart. If he's wrong, though, he just tripled the debt on a company whose growth story the market is already questioning. And to your point, Kelly, yes, we're seeing more tech companies borrow more, but they're putting it in most cases to M&A or to build infrastructure for this AI trade. This is purely to buy back its own company. Begs the question, do they have something better to spend it on?
So I don't know if I would classify $3.5 billion as a large portion, considering they bought back $13 billion worth of shares this year. So definitely significant portion, not a large portion. But I don't hate the move because you're going to pay $1.25 billion in interest. I don't hate the move. I really don't. I think Salesforce is very undervalued here.
But I mean, do you think they're growth of their AI platform is going to continue to grow at the pace that it is, or do you think it's going to hit a wall at some point?
Eventually, it's going to hit a wall. I do think that you're going to see accelerated growth for the next couple of years. I don't know how long it goes on for. I do think that their agent platform and their data core is going to continuously grow for a while. And Benioff gave us numbers out to 2030. The free cash flow is very strong, and borrowing $25 billion at this point may not be a horrible idea.
You're buying Salesforce, Steve?
I own it. I should probably buy more.
Buy more, huh?
I should probably. Steve should have bought puts on Duolingo. Yes, I should have. That was the easiest freaking short in the market. Where are they right now, that stupid company? You know how many people try to convince me to buy this company?
Buy Duolingo?
98.81. People are trying to convince me to buy it like 450 or 500.
I don't know. Was it even well priced back then?
I didn't understand why people liked it. So I don't know.
Sometimes people unfortunately get on the hype train and they just don't get off.
Yeah, they had a director buy 5,000 shares today worth $500K. But it's not interesting. Where's now at? Looks like I made a good move getting out of that. It's at 115.5.
Is it?
Oh, it's 114 now after hours.
Steve, I hate to be that guy, but I sold my now long calls, the 115 boys, at like when it was like 120 or 124. How much did I make?
Nice.
And my thought process was, I was like, I don't know if we're out of the woods yet, right? And it was like up 4 or 5%, and I was looking at it, and I was like, I need to lock in this bad boy. And now I'm sitting on more cash than I probably have ever sat on, Steve, other than when I've been selling stuff to stack up to buy a house, which
I don't follow Path, everyone. I will click on it. EPS of 30 cents beats by 5 cents. Revenue of 481 million beats by 16 million. I don't even know what this company does.
let's see what probably thinks, Steve.
Very low forward growth from the analyst community. I don't know what they do. The numbers aren't that exciting to me, so I'm not going to talk about it because I really don't know anything about it.
It's down 28% in the last year. That's pretty wild. What's the forecast looking like, Steve? So it's down 4% today. I don't know what it's down after hours. I think they were supposed to report today. If I'm right on that.
Yeah, they beat earnings. I just said they beat earnings.
I need to get this so that it shows after hours because it's something I want to build into this, but is that what right now? 11? I mean, it thinks it can go up 200%.
So I will tell everybody this. I was thinking about this last night. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I may get on Reddit.
Buy Reddit?
The numbers are super enticing.
They're growing pretty quickly in terms of their overall revenue as well as their earnings. They're currently a $27 billion market cap company. What's the forecast looking like?
So they're down 40% year to date probably around 50% from the highs.
What?
And their numbers are really good. I don't know enough about the company, but the analyst community thinks it's going to keep growing.
Steve, what do you think that the 5-year target is on Reddit right now?
I have no idea. I don't follow the company, but enough people have been saying Reddit to me. So I looked at the numbers yesterday and the numbers looked freaking good. So I don't know. There could be a lot of value here to be unlocked. When I look at the forward numbers, it looks very interesting. I look at the balance sheet, it looks interesting. Look at the cash flow statement, it looks interesting. Where does Tip Ranks have it, Matt?
I don't know. I'm looking at probably.
Okay.
And I mean, they made 94 cents. Or the estimate was 94. They made $1.24 in the
Wow.
fourth quarter. I mean, annualize that, so you're looking at close to $5 a year, and they're growing. So growing pretty substantially. So the revenue in the fourth quarter was $725 million. And last year, same quarter, it was 427. So I mean, they're growing pretty quickly. And they're like, their margin is pretty crazy because there was what, 7 something, so it's like 30% net margins. Is that what I'm seeing here? 251 over 725, so it's over 33% net margins. Insane. So if they're able to continue to grow that quickly.
I mean, look at this. $170 low on the price target, 235 average, 300 on the high.
The 10-year
Over the
price
next
target
12
from probably showed $1,200.
Wait, what?
The 10-year price target on probably showed $1,200.
I don't know. I'm getting more interested in Reddit. Part of the reason I'm getting more interested is the option market is so lucrative that you can freaking make a mint on the cover calls.
I have a buddy at work who's been doing that. Yeah, he's been absolutely minting it on the cover call side.
Who?
A buddy at work of mine. A buddy of mine at work, rather.
Reddit's PE is not 48. The current PE for 2026 numbers is 32.53.
Which, and then you think about how quickly they're growing, right?
Right.
So,
I mean, think about this. I'm bringing up the option market right now.
Blue Horseshoe is researching SAP, Steve.
SAP. So if we were to buy, let's just say we bought 100 shares so we could do one contract. If we go out to April 2nd, or let's go out to April 10th, so a month. I mean, you go $20 out of the money and you make $470. And that's a big spread. It's about 3.25% on your money based on today's prices.
For less than a month.
For less than a month with $20 upside. Now on cash secured puts, I mean, you could write the 135s. It's at 137. You can write the 135s and make $1,000 real quick on 1350. 13,500, sorry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Huge premiums.
It's looking pretty favorable right now. It's definitely looking favorable.
Huge premiums. And look, the thing about the numbers is, look at that year-over-year growth. 75% or so year-over-year growth. Profitable for the first time. And then, Matt, you look at the forward earnings. This year, they're expected to do almost 60% EPS growth. Next year, 40%. I mean, that's incredible numbers. Then you start looking at revenue growth, grow by over 40% this year and 30% next year. I mean, Reddit looks interesting. I don't understand the company. I don't know why people use the website. I really need to go through at least some quarterlies. I haven't read anything on them. I've never listened to an earnings call. Just the numbers and the fundamentals look very interesting, and I feel like you can do well on the option market with it. You may have to get Senor Patel to look at this tonight.
What, Reddit?
Yeah.
I think Senor Patel, based off my conversations with him, all about that private credit, Steve.
He loves private credit right now.
So I think it's a hill he's willing to die on. I guarantee he's gonna tell people to buy Blue Owl tonight.
I don't know about that one, but we'll see. Oh boy, Senator Bernie Sanders. We need a moratorium on AI data centers now. Here's why. 100% not listening to this.
What did you think of Sham's comment? Did you have the opportunity to watch the whole Sham interview? No? Okay. He basically, do you mind if I kind of say something that he kind of, or do you want to watch it yourself?
Go right ahead. I need to go get a Tums. Give me 1 sec. Go ahead.
Okay. So for anybody that's listening and hasn't watched the interview yet, I think it was really inspiring to kind of listen to it from a perspective of like some people are thinking you're going to have this like massive gain in capability. So that way, you know, people don't necessarily have to do anything. And then there's other people who think it's complete fugazi. And it's just, you know, funny money. And so I think Sham did a really good job basically being like, people that are saying those things are assuming that the story is already written about what AI is going to become. And he's like, the story is being written right now. And I was like, oh shit, that's a really wise way to kind of think about it, right? Like, then he told a story about coal, specifically around how when coal started becoming so efficient and cheap that people thought the usage of coal would actually go down. And it turned out because everything deflated in price, people ended up using more of it. So it became more of a staple within the economy, which I thought was pretty insightful. So I think it might be the same with AI in that respect.
I don't know why I get such bad heartburn. It's nuts.
What'd you have?
Huh.
I don't know what you had, Steve. Maybe it's that White Russian.
Maybe. So, Matt,
Steve's broken wing.
I'm going to Reddit's investor relations, but I'm also going to the chat. I am going to put up a poll. If you would please answer this truthfully, I would be greatly appreciative. I want to know if you're in Reddit or not, is what I want to know.
Oh, people are thinking you had $5 million chicken farms, dude.
Hold on. Start a poll. Are you in Reddit? Yes, no. Start poll.
Is your name Steve?
Wow.
A lot of
Like
people.
nobody's in Reddit. Holy shit. All right. maybe we find something new. Oh, they can't do a regular freaking presentation. They have to go Bezos style and do a whole freaking shareholder letter. Ugh. Well, everyone, I will do this on my own time. I'm just going to scroll through it very quickly. Because of how good the financials are, let's just look at this. 69% year-over-year revenue growth, gross margin 91.2%. That's insane. 530 million net income, adjusted EBITDA 845. I hate when people say adjusted EBITDA. Free cash flow is 684 million. So they have 121.4 million DAUs, 471 million weeklies. Logged in users grew 10%. Advertising revenue. So this is what people have been talking about. Advertising revenue of 690 million grew 75% year over year. Advertising revenue growth was driven by year-over-year growth in impressions and pricing. Interesting. So they're integrating AI. Maybe I should make a Reddit account. All right, so I'm ending the poll. No, basically nobody's in Reddit. I'm going to change the question about how many people in the chat use Reddit. Do you use Reddit? Maybe that's a better way to go. Do you use Reddit? Let's see what everybody says. Please answer this truthfully. This is market research for Reddit right now.
I don't hate Reddit. I used it. I've used it off and on.
I've never used it.
My big thing with it is every time I try to contribute, I would say I'm not stupid when it comes to the stock market. Every time I try to contribute, I always get either laughed at and I think a lot of it is because some of these people are part of these tight-knit communities and have been in been talking about stocks or whatever in Reddit for such a long time that there's this now newbie coming in and they don't like it.
Whoa,
so instead of
you're the White House Quan, you're not a newbie.
To them, I'm a newbie, Steve.
So they have a bunch of cash.
Steve's got a bunch of cash.
I'm going to do a full-blown, I may even force myself to write a Seeking Alpha article on them to make myself do even more research on this. It looks like the community split 54% yes, 46% no for using Reddit. Let's try to get some more votes out there, please, everyone. I really want to see how many people use this because I'm seriously thinking about investing in that. Not buying Tesla.
His name is Steven.
It's basically 50-50 right now. The question is, can they freaking keep converting and can they keep monetizing? Right now, they're doing a great job. This could be significantly undervalued. The real question is, does it go back to 200 or not? Like, what's the play? Do you buy it, say, you know what, we're going to hold it till 150 as a swing and just write cover calls on the way up? I mean, at some point, this is going to be too cheap. It's looking like it's getting too cheap now.
Steve, I think we need to get.
All right, I'm ending the poll. We got 150 votes. 151 votes, 52% yes, 48% no. There's a fair amount of people that use this.
Steve, I think we need to get you out of the country. Is what we need to do.
You need to wait. What?
We need to get you out of the country. Is what we need to do.
Dude, I'm going to California. That's basically out of the country.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I mean, it's on the other side of the world to me. John, thank you so much. For something new, we should talk about AXTI. IMP is the next step in chip tech. INP is a must-have, not a nice-have. What is INP? Internet something protocol? Matt, you okay? Were you thinking, or did you almost just like fall asleep on the desk?
Both.
You're right.
No, I'm fine. Just sleepy.
You looked like your head was gonna hit the desk.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'm sleepy.
If you go back and play this back at an hour 6, this is what you looked like. And exactly what you looked like.
I'm a sleepy baby, Steve. Sleepy baby.
You need a white Russian.
I don't think so. Alcohol's a depressant.
Well, you're saying what I have in front of me is a white Russian. It's iced coffee with some half and half.
Yeah, I was planning on taking a nap when I got home because I have 2 streams. I have this one, and then I have the one with Cash for Chronicles, and then I got
Charles may be right. You mean espresso martini? All right, so AXTI. I'm pulling it up now. We're going to see if Stevie can get interested. I don't know. Don't know anything about this company. It's a 2.37 billion market cap, and it is absolutely flown. You couldn't have told us about this at $2. That would have been nice. You know, the same way Matt couldn't have told me about Rocket Lab at $2.
I wish I did.
Wish you did. Anyway. All right. Revenue going backwards. That's not promising. By 16% gross profit margin. Negative operating. So revenue's going backwards and they're losing money. Negative EBITDA. Balance sheet. All right, 120 million in cash. No debt. Cash rich, no debt. That's always good. No stock-based compensation given out. No cash from operations. Don't like that. So
his name is Steven.
Yeah, a huge amount of growth, but I got to look more into it. It's not something that piques my interest, though. John, I need to learn about the industry. So IMP is being used because it can handle the heat that literally warps traditional chip substrate. All right, I will look at what IMP is, and I will do a bunch of research on it, and I will get back to you. I think I need to learn about the industry before I make some type of flat-out decision like that. Yeah, Rachel's right. Maddie should go get some Dutch Bros.
Maybe.
Little Dutch Bros.
I think I just need to be better about getting some sleep. I need some Tanner sleep tips.
Well, you keep your room cold. You don't eat in bed. No TV in the bedroom. No lights in the bedroom. Those are the big ones. I have not looked at AppLovin, so I can't give you any help on that one. I don't know anything about it. I know Tanner's looked at it a lot.
I am buying Dutch Brothers.
Ooh, Matty buying Dutch Brothers.
I think it's going to be a $30 billion company.
I can see it.
You say that, Steve, but you don't even you've never even tried it, nor
I've never
you
been there.
think you're shook.
You know what? I am going out for an additional day, so I may venture out to a Dutch Bros.
I think Steve is shook.
I don't know why you say I'm shook.
I don't think it's exactly dirt cheap at $50, but I don't think it's a horrible price at 50.
Dutch Bros.
And it's growing at a pretty good rate.
Yeah, Tanner was saying something about that. We're not going to get into that right now, but
The thing that
You
you
know-
might like most about Dutch Bros, Steve, you ready?
I'm listening.
They're all about the milk.
You know what? That makes me happy.
They're very like. Have you ever had a Frappuccino or anything at like
I have.
Starbucks?
I've never ordered a Frappuccino. I have had the ones that come in the glass thing, though, from the supermarket. They are delicious.
They're delicious. But I mean,
Delicious.
Dutch Bros is very all about that milk. So if milk doesn't upset your stomach, if you're lactose intolerant, I mean that you can get non-dairy products there, but they like their leche, I'll say, Steve. For
Okay.
throwing a little Spanish vibe in there. They like their leche.
Well, I'm not scared of a little milk.
Some may say you're drinking an entire glass right now, no coffee.
I'm not shook.
Yeah, they are selling at-home products as well. What does this want me to do? Bank of America, Steve? Everyone wants my credit.
Everybody wants what, Matt?
Everyone wants my credit.
Why don't you get a franchise of it, Matt?
Steve, they don't franchise anymore.
Ooh.
That's why they're going to be a $30 billion company instead of a $5 billion company.
Did Maddie miss the boat?
I think they stopped in 2020.
Okay.
Obviously, the ones that got into the franchise can still franchise new ones, but that's part of the agreement. But there's no additional franchises, which is why they just bought the acquisition that they did in North and South Carolina, is because there was a gentleman that had built up 20 stores. He was working at a Dutch Bros, and he wanted a franchise, and it was just when Dutch Bros was stopping their new franchisee program. So, and their new food is good, Steve. New food I've had is very tasty, very good.
I'll have to look into it.
But the stock or the food or the thing?
Both.
I'm a fan.
Both. I'm going to have to go when I'm in Cali, and I'm going to look into the stock again. When I looked at it originally, I didn't like it. I was probably being a little Debbie Downer on it.
Steve, I love you. Take this with love.
Yes.
If
I
it's
don't
not a
have it
stock
on my mind. What do you want me to say?
if it's not a stock that you present, generally speaking, you look at it glass half empty, not glass half full.
No, I think if it's not tech or energy, I look at it in a different way. Known hater. 100%. I'm a known hater. Charles, you do not want me looking into Rocket Lab.
Is this a fake card?
I may talk too many good people out of it.
Why did they give us a new one?
So tomorrow we got Adobe reporting. And I think I will be doing a bootleg market close tomorrow because Amit will not be doing it, I don't believe.
Did he do one today?
I don't know. But I don't think he's doing it tomorrow. Because he's got the Palantir stuff.
Yeah, he's doing a lot. Wait, tomorrow? What Palantir stuff is he doing tomorrow?
Or maybe it was just today. Maybe it was just today he didn't do it.
I don't know. He said Friday afternoon. Is he doing a market open?
I think he's doing the market open. I don't think he's doing the close.
Okay. I mean, he's trying to get after it, man. I mean,
yeah, listen, I made a post on X. Amit's work ethic is crazy. Like, I don't think you guys understand how strong his work ethic is. If he's not streaming, it's because he's doing something.
Somebody said he's gone until Friday close. Huh. Maybe he got invited to something.
Yeah, Palantir has an event.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, I showed you the thing with Sham. That was from today.
Yeah, but
you think he's at his home with Sham? How sleepy are you, Matt?
No. But that doesn't mean he can't do the market open. That was New York.
No, that was from today, I believe.
No, he did that interview with Sham last week. He did.
Sure?
He missed like a Thursday or something close, and everyone was giving him shit because they said the same thing. Like, oh, he made some money, now he's slacking. But it was released today. But
maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was. I think you're right. Maybe this one was shot last week and it was released today. Because I know that he's down because they have AIPCon.
I assumed that's what you meant when you said he was at a Palantir thing.
Illuminati meeting? That would be freaking great. A bootleg open and close. Technically, I could. Technically, I can take the day off tomorrow if I really want to.
I don't think you will, Steve.
You know what, Matt? Maybe I will. I think
he missed the open when he did basis points. That makes sense. I mean, it's not. Although it's not that far from the studio back to his place. Traffic midday in New York, it makes it a little longer. Steve, I'm agreeing with a lot of these people. I don't think that you.
What?
I don't think you're gonna do it.
I just put a poll up. Let's see.
Why do you need a poll to do what your heart wants you to do, Steve?
I mean, I want to see if people think I should.
I think you're just looking for sympathy points.
Sympathy points. I mean, listen, if Amit's not doing it, I don't want everybody to go without it.
Steve, you're going to disclose to the people what your day job is? Ray's banning all people that say no. Shout out my boy Ray.
I would not log into Amit's channel ever. I'm not screwing anything up on his freaking channel. All right, it looks like Milkman in the morning is going to happen.
Milkman in the morning.
I don't know how long I'm going to do it for, but I mean, maybe like 8:30 to 10, something like that. Do a little bootleg market open.
You taking off tomorrow, Steve?
You know, we may, we may
I
have
don't
to take a
know.
little bit of time off tomorrow.
I don't know, Steve. That's why I'm asking.
I think we may have to. Coffee in the market open with Steve. It's
Morning
settled.
milk.
It's settled. I'm going to make a link tonight. The bootleg market open 8:30 tomorrow morning.
Cops are out because you're stealing a mid-show.
You know, they're not coming for me.
You say that.
They better not be.
You're like, join in. It's like, well, I'll be in meetings. So I'm not like Steve. I'm not some degenerate that can just skip out on work.
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
you could.
I'm like 95% certain I have a meeting.
I'm 95% certain you have to.
You just try to take all the spotlight, Steve?
No. No. I have to read off the stock prices super fast.
You have to say on the day a lot.
I have a bell.
On the day.
I have a little bell I can ring when it opens too.
Tomorrow. I mean, technically, but I will not. I might be listening in though.
Mispronounce the word of the day too.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? The word of the day?
Oh no.
Steve's gonna do the market open one time and it's gonna get to 100K subs.
We're gonna name it. I'm making it right now. Like it's gonna be official. What do we name it? The bootleg market open?
Steve, that sounds like they're right downstairs ready to arrest you.
It does. What do you want? It's New York. And the sirens are so freaking loud.
The real
All
question
right.
is why does Rachel love your channel and she doesn't love mine, Steve? Everyone loves
We're gonna
Uncle
name
Steve.
it the market open with the milkman. No. Yeah, we'll just name it the market open. We'll leave it at that. It's official. 8:30 a.m. Now, I am gonna say this. If Amit ends up doing the market open, I will not be doing it. This is only if Amit doesn't do it. Actually, I'm texting him right now.
Oh, see? Sometimes it takes a little convincing, Steve. But now we got Rachel on my channel. We stole another one from you, Steve.
Yeah, Michelle, I'm just making sure because I don't like streaming when other people are streaming. I really don't.
Not until Friday afternoon, Steve. Word of the day. Forget about it.
All right.
Like it.
Well, never fear. I will be drinking my coffee and I'll be on there with everybody.
Never fear, Steve will be on drinking a beer. No, I'm just kidding.
You know what? I don't drink beer. I had a craving for a Corona the other day, and I don't know why.
Did you
Like a
scratch?
legit craving for one.
So you didn't end up doing it. You didn't end
No.
up getting one.
No.
We're doing the Cash Flow Chronicles tonight.
In 35 minutes,
35
Cash
minutes.
Flow Chronicles.
So if you're not following that,
Stag's
fun.
Leap is definitely better than beer. I'm with you. Your
I think
milk
I had
was-
the UEC. I think I had the UEC CEO or something on my channel, like in 2020 or 2021.
Yeah, Stags is fire. Silver Oak is fire. I will say, I'm not a drinker. Okay, I can drink scotch.
Oh,
Not a drinker though. When I went to Borgata last month, we went to Old Homestead for dinner, and my buddy says to me, "You want to split a bottle of wine?" I'm like, "No, not really." And he's like, "Well, I want wine." I'm like, I didn't tell you not to get it. He's like, "You will you at least have a glass?" I'm like, "Sure." So he gets a bottle of Opus something wine, okay, and I drink it, and he's like, "How's the wine?" I'm like, "It's fucking wine. I don't know." He got so mad.
I've had a bottle of Opus recently, and it was pretty good, but I wasn't.
I didn't know
paying.
how expensive that stuff is.
It's expensive.
It's expensive.
It's not cheap.
That stuff's not cheap. And I couldn't tell you the difference.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem with me. I don't know enough, right? I mean, I don't know enough. It was delicious. I'm not gonna lie.
Did it go well with the porterhouse? Yeah. Was it worth spending? I mean, we didn't pay for it. His host paid for it, but I mean, I don't know. I don't understand why people spend this much money on wine. It doesn't make sense. Like, I get it, spending 40 or 50 bucks on a bottle. Okay. But, and I think these are half bottles I'm looking at. I don't even think these are full bottles. I mean, $700 for a full bottle of wine? Like, what are we doing? It's crazy.
Before the casino markup, or
No, I'm on a website right now. I'm just looking. 424.18 for a bottle of 2022 Opus One cab. Like, I don't know. This is to me, this is insane. And I know that this isn't even crazy prices. There's wine that's so much more expensive. I don't understand the whole thing. I just don't get it.
do I have to pay the big bucks, Steve?
I'm sorry, I can't justify it.
You know what's gonna make me really happy, Steve?
Oh boy.
So can I just shout out? So I'm trying something new, as we all know.
That wasn't me, everyone. Matty took himself out of it. I didn't take him out. He did something. Matty doesn't like us anymore. Watch, he's going to come in and blame me for him getting kicked out. You watch. Here we go. He's back. Don't even try to blame me. Do not try to blame me.
I just pulled a Chris Patel back.
There you go.
I went to use my mouse, and I have two monitors, right? And I overwent the first tab, and I just hit the X button. I haven't done that in a long time, so apologies, everybody.
All right, so what are you getting into?
I wrote my first article in a long time, Steve.
Whoa.
And
You wrote your first article. Dare you tell us what it's on?
it's on Next Decade.
Okay.
And if anybody's interested, I will leave the link. Is it not? Why isn't that working? Did I not publish it yet? Hold on, let me publish. Let me make sure I publish. When's the last time I published? Okay, so that's probably why. I was wondering why. So let me publish first, and then it'll show up.
Did you
eventually.
submit it yet?
Steve, I think we're talking about two different websites.
Oh, you dirty rat. You're not posting on the alpha, are you? You're posting on Probably.
Yep.
Look
Probably.
at you.
Probably, Steve. I got to give the.
You
gotta
know,
give the
you
algorithm.
promised me higher CPM rates, but you didn't promise me payouts.
I could promise you payouts. I just don't. Well, not yet. But if Google comes through, I will definitely give good CPM rates. But I just don't know how many people are actually going to use.
All right.
Probably, which is, you know,
I mean, they'll
we're down to
probably
300 people, 300 some people today because I haven't advertised it in a little bit, but and I haven't been on stream. But maybe if people are curious, they'll come and check out my my article here.
I
View
think
all
they will.
articles. That's the hope. And then I want to be able to share. That's the goal, is to be able to share the articles. Let's see if that worked. Because I just did it. I'm trying to make it so that like people can. Yep, then share. So let me share. Copy link. I'm gonna put it in the chat. So if anybody are curious about next decade and what I'm kind of thinking is going to happen going forward, then they can have a quick look. It's going to be short. It's a short one, but my hope is that over the coming days, I can write a few ideas as to what my thesis are around around some of the stocks that I still have in the portfolio. So I'll probably do one every day for the next few days.
Well, congratulations. We like
Thank
it.
you.
I'm going to read it.
I appreciate it. But yeah, the hope is eventually when the site gets monetized, which we're furthest we've been. So I've tried getting monetized 3 times, and obviously I don't know how to monetize anything other than YouTube videos. So I failed the first time, failed the second time. I realized there's some super simple small things that you have to put in the back end for Google to kind of like read through. So now we're past that initial stage, and now I think they just have to look at and see, does Matt have something that's unique enough to monetize? And so part of it obviously is the feed as well. Like what are people actually buying? What are people actually paying attention to? What are they contributing? Is this valuable enough to put ads on? So, and that way I can keep it free. If I can get advertisement on it, then I can keep the entire thing free.
Well, that's the goal.
That's the goal. I mean, that's the goal. I mean, my hope was that people could spend all day writing, and figuring out different probabilistic analysis and what they think is going to happen with particular stocks, and I don't have to charge them. So,
Well,
and the nice thing is that people like I can hopefully, pay other people. That's the eventual goal. Pay somebody like yourself. Pay somebody like Chels if she wants to contribute. Pay somebody like a Dookie Pie. So, got to start getting monetized first, though. That's the case. So once it actually goes up, but I don't know. I don't even think I posted that to X yet, which I should. I will. Steve is the man.
well, I'm going to let you go. I think we're going to end it out here because you have Cash Flow Chronicles. You need to get ready. The people want to know where the article is on Probably.
I posted the link.
I know, but people still want to know.
There's a feed, so it's just going to be like kind of like X, but specific around stocks. And then there's you can follow particular tickers, you can follow different people, you can follow or just have like an explore page, so pretty much like everything that's happening at the moment. So I mean, maybe I'll just share it really quick if people are really interested. Sorry, I didn't mean to like take over, but is this it? Yeah. Make sure. So I'll just go to the feed page really quick so people can kind of see it, Steve, if you want to show it quick. Let me zoom in. So it's just kind of like X. You can see there's a couple people on, so I appreciate the 7 of you guys that are on right now. There's a discover, so if anybody wants to talk about specific stocks, it's pretty easy. All you just do is type in the symbol, and so yeah, and then you can follow stocks. So like if you're interested, I'm not logged in right now because I just refreshed it, but because I keep redeploying stuff. But you can follow particular stocks. So you can see 3 people are following SoFi, and so then if that's the case and you're following SoFi, actually let me stop sharing for a second and log in so people can kind of see it. But if you're following particular stocks, then anytime somebody is looking at a particular stock and writes about it, so let's say, for example, SoFi, and I like SoFi.
Should I be sharing again?
Yeah, share this again. So you just type in SoFi and everything about SoFi comes up, right? And then you can just hit discover, which is pretty much anything that anybody's writing about. The articles shows up. So eventually I hope to have just like a whole list of articles. And the hope is if people contribute and they read it, just like on Seeking Alpha, like you can see how many people are kind of reading it, and you can kind of open it and see what's potentially going on. There's even a listen button. So if you don't want to read it, you just want to play it in the background. I want to get a better voice. The one on Seeking Alpha is pretty good, but then you can share it so people can read it. And hopefully overall, also the thing that's nice is people that are posting. So like you see either people that are similar to you. So like you can figure out people that are actually following similar stocks to you, people that are getting upvoted, contributors, what's trending. So people posting about specific stocks. The thing that I like most about it, Steve, is kind of going back to your Reddit thing. There's this thing in here that I've built, which is kind of like a social arbitrage piece of it, like what companies are being talked about and why. So like if you go here, Nvidia is being talked about on StockTwits, X, and Reddit, all positively, and the amount of noise is going up. And you can see why. So why people are anticipating earnings, etc., AI, etc., all that stuff. Same thing with SPY, Qs. You can kind of see what's happening. So like when oil the other day was the big trade, when oil was up like 20% a day, it was like oil was number one. So anyway, the hope is to be able to provide this for free. But if anybody's curious, you can do like forecasts on what you're doing. Say for example, you get 8 free forecasts because it does cost me money at the moment, so I'm like coming out of pocket. I put like $1,000 into this already, developing the site, and obviously it takes a minute to kind of refresh. If somebody else in the day is kind of looked at it, then it's pretty quick. But you can kind of look at the forecasts associated with what's going on. You can see if it against the S&P or the NASDAQ to see what's kind of going on with that or how it's going to show up. Some initial stats about it, what the market cap expected is to be, and then also some key risks, opportunities, SWOT analysis of strengths, weaknesses, some key catalysts that are coming up. And then you can do a bunch of other stuff in here as well, headlines, etc. YouTube videos is I hope to start working a little bit more. But then you can also file like what is the SEC filings, what are the analysts predicting, and when was that written? So here's one from March 5th for Apple for $350. Wow, okay. Earnings expectations, so you can kind of see what the EPS is, stuff like that. You can get into some fundamentals, which I'm not sure why. I think I just set this up, so I'm not sure why that's not working. I need to get this peer comparison piece working. Credit, insider stuff. So yeah, it might not all be working at the moment. Some of it's some delayed data, but hopefully it works out.
Good role model. Well, there you have it. Please go to probably.xyz. Please support Matt. Please use it. He's trying to build a seeking alpha replacement.
I didn't say that.
No. The people are saying that, not you.
I think it's more like
Right
a combination
there,
of.
Raven, seeking alpha replacement.
I think it's more around the lines of the things that I like from some of my favorite. I think this might be one of my favorite pieces. Hold on, let me show this piece because some of you guys have probably seen this already. Get it? Probably. Some of you guys have probably already seen this piece because I have my whatchamacallit chat, my Street Exchange, which is streaming 24/7. But if you want to share this, Steve. But this is kind of like a dashboard that has everything. So you have macro stuff. You have market sentiment, VIX. You have the normal ticker tape on the bottom. You can put like moving averages and single day moving averages and stuff on here. If you zoom out enough, you can see when earnings and stuff are, dividends are, lots of cool stuff. You can hide stuff too. So like if you just want the, just the chart, you can just do just the chart. But the hope is that if you're looking at SPY, you get your SPY ticker and you can see what you have with SPY. Or if you have Dutch Bros and you're looking and you want to look at Dutch Bros particularly, you can add it to your watch list, add it to your followers list so you can follow the stock. But then also you get a Dutch Bros feed. Like what's the economic articles that are coming out about Dutch Bros? Yeah, the CPI report piece that came out today. So yeah, the hope is that you have all this sort of stuff at your disposal. You don't necessarily have to have it all on. Like I said, you can go to settings and kind of toggle it off if you want. And also, there's music. So if you just want to zone out, have some music playing in the background while you knock out. There's that.
Love it.
Sorry for taking the last 10 minutes of your stream, Steve.
Love it. Well, we appreciate it. And everybody, go follow Matt. Go use his site. And please go watch Cash Flow Chronicles, which is coming up in 17 minutes.
17.
With Matt and our favorite, Chris Patel.
The
infamous.
The they see God, which he doesn't like me calling him that, but
infamous Chris Patel. And if Matt makes me an offer, maybe you'll see me write an article or two for probably.xyz. I'll do it free also just to help the site out.
I appreciate that. It doesn't have to be long. I don't have the minimum 500 word.
Dude, my articles are like no less than 1,800 words.
I know your articles are out of control, but the hope is that it can be a little bit less than Seeking Alpha, more punchy. If people want to, contribute, it's not as strenuous. And I think the thing that's nice, which I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to monetize everybody, not everybody, but like you have to have some sort of threshold, right? But I'm trying to figure out once I have the ability to, and I get advertising on there. I'm trying to decide if everybody or if it's just going to be like the top 3 for a ticker. So like say tickers are really crazy and somebody wants to write about Apple. It's like everybody's going to want to read the article about Apple, right? Because it's Apple. So yeah.
All right.
Every day. Everyone's trying to be like Steve.
Anyway. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Really appreciate it. And we will see everyone later. Matt in 17 minutes or 15 minutes now. Me in like 12 hours on the Bootleg Market Open.
The BM Open, literally 12 hours from now.
Yeah. All right.
BL Open.
Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate it. See everyone later.
Man.